It's no secret that shuffle dance has an absolutely long list of benefits and reasons why it is so amazing. A lot of the time, we think we're going to learn how to dance, we're going to learn cool new tricks and combos, we're going to be able to show off at our, favorite festivals or different shows or concerts or going out with our friends. But ultimately, shuffle dance has a really deep connection to the mind and the soul as well. And so today I'm going to go over how shuffling can be used as an embodiment tool, helping you connect to music, process emotions, and be able to express yourself so much more. Now, this episode is for three completely different types of people or dancers. Number one, it's for the curious beginner who feels like shuffling is something that's so interesting to them. They can clearly see that it's a great self-expression tool, but maybe they're too scared to start or it feels awkward to move their body in any type of way like that. It's also for someone who is already a dancer and already shuffles, but maybe you feel disconnected, you feel flat, you feel like something's missing. You're kind of like at the peak of an up level and you're feeling like you're in a plateau right now. And it's also for the person who knows that movement helps them emotionally, but hasn't figured out a structured way to use it just yet. So I'm going to explain how shuffling is an incredible resource for embodiment, how it's more than just putting steps together, and how it is really powerful in three specific areas. Number one, music, feeling music, connecting to music, etc. Number two, emotional processing, but also emotional release and emotional expression. And number three, self-expression as a whole, allowing yourself to be vulnerable and giving yourself the space to just be creative. So let's dive in. Number one, music. Music is literally becoming the embodiment of sound when it is paired with dance. You are dancing with the music. The music is moving through you. It's not necessarily just the sound that we're hearing that's keeping time for our steps. There is a really deep emotional connection to the music that we listen to when we shuffle, whether you're listening to EDM, whether you're shuffling to different genres. I personally love shuffling to other genres that I feel an emotional connection to because it is you expressing what you are hearing through your body. Shuffling in a healthy way forces you into a relationship with the beat of the music. So the timing, the rhythm, the accents, the pauses, it's a very primal aspect when we're hearing something and we're letting our body respond to it. And your footwork or your movement turns into a full physical sensation, right? Like every time you're dropping down into that running man, you can feel the bass boom hitting as you drop into your triangle really powerfully, right? When you are hearing the melody and you're feeling yourself flow and glide and slide across the floor with it, you're actually connecting to the music, and that is super healing. And this is when you are actually taking music and translating it into something beautiful, not just like putting on music and trying to perform on top of it. Obviously, there's a time and a place for that as well. But this is super important because as a beginner, let's say you're someone who feels like you're worried about shuffling or you're really in your head right now, tuning into the music can help you drop back into your body and really just express what you are hearing without self-judgment. If you're a more experienced dancer, this is such a helpful way to refine your foundation so that you can kind of use your brain power and your body power to focus on responding to the music and listening to those cues rather than wondering like, what are my feet doing? So music is a really powerful and impactful reason that shuffling is so healing and is such a great tool for embodiment. The second one is emotion. I'm going to drop a big word right now, and that word is alchemy. Alchemy is the process of transmuting or taking something that is of, seemingly normal nature and turning it into something beautiful or magical or changing it in some way. Now, emotion has a few different areas in dance. There is the emotional response to a song. So if you are hearing a song and it brings out an emotion in you, you can express that through your dance. So it's kind of like an external factor triggers an emotion, trigger in a healthy way, and then you can go and express that. The other side of it is when you take the emotions that you are just feeling as a human. Maybe you had a hard day at work. Maybe someone cut you off in traffic. Maybe something happened that feels heavy or difficult to handle. You can bring those emotions emotions into your shuffling session and express those emotions in a healthy and safe way through dance, through music, through movement. You don't actually need to feel good or be happy to dance well. And you don't need to feel good or be happy to dance, period. So many people wait until they're feeling, more excited about going to practice, when in reality, I actually do the opposite. I had an experience this week of I was feeling a little bit of like frustration, kind of sadness. I didn't really know why. And what I did was I channeled that into my session and I allowed myself to move through those emotions. I used my music choices to help kind of support that. So moving to maybe more slow and kind of in my feels type of music to work through that sadness. And then the frustration that I was feeling, I put on some harder beats. I allowed myself to be bigger and more expressive and kind of like get out that primal feeling of anger or wanting to stomp. And shuffling is great for that because it can be molded to so many different emotions, even using the same foundations, right? Like I can do my running man and T-step in completely different ways based on the emotion that I want to bring out. And I'm actually going to be doing a full tutorial on that, like a visual tutorial on YouTube. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But it's basically the two choices. Like I said, sometimes you choose the emotion based on the music, or sometimes the emotion's already there and then the music gives it somewhere to go. But ultimately, music and movement, so now we're kind of pairing the two, it lets the emotion move instead of getting stuck or instead of trying to sit there and intellectualize and think about your feelings. It's a really great way to just get that energy that you're feeling in your body. Emotion is energy in motion, and be able to move it around, be able to shake it out, and really, really help you with that. Shuffling specifically helps really with this in, comparison to other dance styles. All dance is very helpful, but with shuffling specifically, it's very grounding, right? It's a dance style where we're connecting to the ground. We're feeling ourselves get heavy into the ground on purpose. So that's a really grounding aspect. Oftentimes there can be like repetitive aspects. And I don't mean repetitive as in like, oh, it's so boring, I'm doing the same thing over and over. I mean like we are tapping into a flow state. Like I could do an entire T-step only, variations included, flow, and feel like that repetition, like I'm sinking into a flow state, right? I'm actually like allowing my emotion to come through because my feet are just kind of doing different variations of the T-step and I don't have to think too much. So it's a really, really great way to use dance, not to escape how you feel, but to actually metabolize it and be able to give those emotions somewhere healthy to go. The third one is self-expression. Now, self-expression is obviously laced through literally everything, but this is vulnerability, this is courage, and this is childlike mindset. Learning to dance, even if you're already a shuffler right now and you've already learned the basics, you're learning something new, and it helps you to be comfortable with being vulnerable. Even if you're dancing alone in your room when no one is watching, I have seen or heard my students go through so many experiences where they're still afraid to express themselves fully as a shuffler, even when they're literally alone in their bedroom with the windows shut and nobody else watching. And it's because learning to shuffle asks you to be bad before you can be good. Learning anything, that's a new skill, right? I've been shuffling for almost 6 years at this point, maybe over 6 years at this point. And there are still things that there are so many things that I have to allow myself to be bad at first so that I can be good. And it's a very humbling experience, but it really, really helps you build vulnerability and build courage, right? Being okay with being a little bit uncomfortable. And that friction, that healthy friction, is where confidence is actually built, when we get to push through those moments of discomfort, because your most expressive self is on the other side of that, right? Shuffling over time helps to dissolve perfectionism. It helps to dissolve self-judgment, comparison. And I always say that shuffling is a mirror for life. So whatever amazing benefits that you experience on the dance floor, in your bedroom, in your studio, wherever it is that you're practicing, that is all going to ripple out into the world and how you show up as a person. Like I've seen people start shuffling and then like have changes in their job or in their relationship or in the way that they interact with people, because it is that powerful. People feel more like themselves when they shuffle more than anything else, especially if they've never come from a dance background or if they've never expressed in this way before. It is so, so, so important. So this is why with those three key elements, shuffling is such a huge embodiment piece that we can add to our lives to not only get really, really good at dancing, but also to express our emotions, move through music, and build self-trust and self-expression. So at the end of the day, it all does come down to structure. If we just close it off here and I say, okay, go have fun, it's going to feel really difficult because now you have this goal of being a better dancer, but now you also have these three other areas that you want to grow. And that's why it's so important to package it up and structure your practices, your sessions, your goals, and your intentions in a way that is not just accidental, right? If we want to heal, if we want to express ourselves so differently, and we want to grow in our skills at the same time, that's when we need something more than just watching random tutorials, because random tutorials are going to get you random results. So that's why I've created my Footwork Blueprint program. This is an absolutely incredible container. It's not just a course. It's not just a bunch of random tutorials. It's number one, going to teach you the fundamentals of shuffling and cutting shapes. This is for people who are complete beginners. Like I said, if you've never touched dance before, it explains everything to you. But it's also for more advanced or more intermediate shuffle dancers who are feeling like they want to tap more into their emotions, but they know that their technique needs to be cleaned so that they can disconnect from worrying about what their feet are doing. The second that I went back and really honed in on my foundations is actually the time that I was able to express myself better, listen to the music more, etc. Because as I said earlier, I wasn't so distracted of like, okay, what are my feet doing? What am I supposed to be doing here? My foundations were just leading the way, and I was able to express on top of that. And that's why this program is amazing for literally all levels of dancer. And it helps you with the foundations that actually let you feel the music instead of rushing through it, drills that build trust in your body. But on top of that, the most important thing is that you also get 60 days inside of a completely private community where you are going to get feedback and coaching from me on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. And it's not just, okay, here's your prompt of the day, guys. Like, we're actually really discussing the deeper, soulful aspects of shuffling. Beginners start to feel safe in this container, and experienced dancers feel challenged in a healthy way. They feel like they are growing because now we're thinking outside of the box. We're having discussions on music and how music changes the way that we move and the way that we see things in dance. We are talking about emotion. What emotions are we feeling that day, and how can we channel it into our movement? What emotions are we afraid to channel into our movement, and how can we encourage each other to just go for it, right? Stomp when you're angry. Have that happiness that you felt today show up in your dance, right? And on top of that, it is a space where self-expression grows. Whether you have never learned the Running Man before, or whether you've been doing the Running Man for 5 or 6 years, just like myself, this is a space where you are going to grow tremendously using shuffling as the physical tool that it is, but also the mental, the emotional, and the soulful tool that it is as well. So if shuffling has been calling you, or if a more emotional attachment to this dance has been something that you're missing, the Footwork Blueprint is the place to start. You're going to get better at shuffling. Absolutely. I can guarantee that. But you're also going to feel more connected, more expressive, and more embodied. I'm going to drop all of the information about this program inside the show notes. So excited to see you inside of the container where we can work together. You're going to get feedback videos from me, as I said, prompts, weekly coaching, check-ins, all of that good stuff. And we are going to grow together physically, level up in our shuffling, but also emotionally, and really tap into that soulful aspect. I'll see you in the next episode.